Hey, what's up guys? I'm gonna do this quick little tutorial here for you on how to hot wax a snowboard. Here's some tools you're gonna need. First off, you're gonna need your Red Bull. You're gonna wanna open that up. And take a big old drink. Next thing you're gonna need, Phillips screwdriver or whatever tool that you need to loosen your bindings, because you need to loosen your bindings because of the high temperatures of the iron could possibly crack or weaken your board. Next thing you're gonna need, obviously, your scraper. If your scraper gets too dull on the edges and you find it hard to scrape the wax off, get some sandpaper, put that bitch on there, scrape it, sharpen your edges so you have a sharp scraper. Another thing you're gonna need, they have base cleaner that you can buy for snowboards. I just use that fucking hand sanitizer shit. You know, has alcohol in it, it cleans shit, whatever. You can really use anything you want. Alright. And then your wax. I usually use the blue shit. It's pretty much, you know, your all around temperature. 21 degrees. Alright. Obviously you're gonna need your iron. I know you need a snowboard iron, everybody says, but you know what, fuck it. If it has holes in it, it's okay. You're just going to ruin your iron. But honestly, I don't really see why you wouldn't go and iron your clothes after you put a bunch of wax all over your iron. It's not that big a deal. Just fucking use any iron. So what? And just an old cloth or rag or whatever. Alright, let's get started. Alright, first thing you're gonna do after you've loosened your bindings, take your scraper and go over the whole board to scrape off any of the old wax that might still be on there. Just go along the edges real good, because that's where most of it's gonna be, and then go over the whole board. I've already done all this, so just try to scrape off any of the old wax that might still be there. Alright, next, take whatever you're using for your cleaner and just put some of that stuff on there. I'm just using this hand sanitizer shit because it's got alcohol in it. You can use whatever you want, really. And take a rag and just wash it off real good. And you're basically just washing your board of any dirt and shit that might be on there. Alright, next thing you're gonna want to do after you've cleaned off your board and it's all dry, take your iron, turn it on, put it on like about a medium to a little bit higher setting. Just over half, whatever your setting is on there. You don't want it too hot, because your wax can start burning, and you don't want that. Alright, let's get started here. Alright, take your iron, and just take your wax block, and put it right up to it, and press it on there. And it'll start to melt. And then you just drip that little droplets all over the board. You don't have to go crazy with it. Just get a good portion of it on there. Make sure you get around the edges good, you know. And then just do like a zigzag kind of pattern across the whole board after you've gone around the edges. Alright, as you can see, I didn't really go too crazy, and that's really about all you need. Alright, so after you've got all your little wax droplets on there from your iron, you want to take your iron and just do circular motions to melt the wax. See how it's melting? It's what you want. Just do circular motions all over the board. And just make sure you get a nice even coat of wax all across the whole board. Make sure you get your nose and tail really good. And then just do that across the whole board. And make sure you have a nice even coat. Don't leave the iron in one spot for too long, because it is hot and you don't want to mess up your board. Alright. Alright. Now after you've taken your iron over the whole board and made a nice even coat of wax, you want to just let it sit for about 10-15 minutes and let the wax set up. And then next you want to take your scraper after you've let your board set up for about 10-15 minutes and just go over the whole board and scrape off all the wax that you just put on there. I know it might not make sense to a lot of you first timers, but your snowboard has these tiny little pores in it that you can't even really see that holds the wax. So when you scrape it all off, it just has what it needs on it. And I don't know, some shit like that. Alright, so just go over the whole board and try to make it look like that. Alright guys, now after you've taken your scraper over the whole board, I can't really explain to you how well you gotta do it, but you'll know when you've got as much off as you can. It'll have a nice shine to it. Just get off as much as you possibly can with the scraper. And then take your rag and give it a nice buff. Just circular motions and push real hard. And just do that all over the whole board. And they'll give it a nice, beautiful shine. Alright guys, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that shit. Alright, peace out.